Hi, this is Gigmaster once again with another pipe tobacco review. I don't do these very often, but I've come across a new pipe supplier. I went with pipes and cigars for a long time, but since the McClelland's gone, it just, I don't know, it just seems like run of the mill tobacco to all the rest. But I found this new supplier. Somebody on one of the pipe forums told me about a place called the Country Squire, so I tried it some other things as a replacement for Frog Morton, and I've actually found they have better tobacco than Frog Morton, believe it or not. The first one I got was Old Toby, and I've already done a review on it. Outstanding, totally wonderful tobacco. And I don't know if I've done a review on it yet or not, but the second one I got was Sweet Burley, which is like Prince Albert on steroids. It is absolutely great, especially if you like Burleys. It's like really good burley with a nice little sweet kick to it. So it's pretty good. Today I wanted to review a new tobacco they sent me. It's called White Rose. I don't know the story behind the name or anything, but probably interesting. I probably should ask them about it. By the way, if you're wondering why I look different, yeah, I shaved my beard and my mustache off. Uh, just trying to look a little more distinguished. All right, this is White Rose, what they have right here. It was a nice little package, and they send them in nice thick bags. The pouch note on this is like, it's incredible. Picking up honey, and I don't mean like burnt honey, like a lot of tobaccos when they have honey in them, and you light them, you taste burnt caramelized honey. This tastes like, it smells like, real honey, like just, and then it's got a floral character, not like Interdale, maybe not anywhere near as intense, but it's there, and it blends really good. It actually smells like a honeysuckle bush in the morning when the dew's still on it, and you go stir it up, and that aroma just hits you. That's what it smells like, is a honeysuckle bush. Anyway, it looks like I'm not sure if you can see that. That looks to me, I keep going backwards on this. Looks like a shag cut. And the moisture on it, to me, is about right. Some of you might think it's a little moist, but it's not, doesn't feel damp to me at all, but it doesn't feel dry either. You can always let it set out a few minutes if you like it drier. It's a lot easier to make tobacco drier than it is to make it wetter. When my tobacco used to be in the old days, when my tobacco would get too dry, I would cut off a piece of apple, a little apple chunk, and stick it in my pouch. And, in about an hour or two, that would make it just about right. Plus, you get a really cool apple flavor sometimes. Anyway, I digress. Let's give us a shot here. White Rose, and this is going to be in my Missouri Meerschaum. It's part of the Cobbett series. I believe this one is called the Shire. And I've had it since they first come out with them, and this is already getting beat up. But this is my fly fishing pipe because it's nice and long. Keeps it down out of your face so I can see the water and stuff when I'm fly fishing. I've already packed it, so that way nobody can gripe about the way I pack. I don't care what anybody says. There's no right or wrong way to pack a pipe. Any way that gets it lit, gets you smoking it, is okay. If you want to cram it in there with a jackhammer, it's your pipe. You do what you want. Anyway, here we go. In case you're wondering, this is my old Marine Corps lighter. This thing's older than probably most of y'all watching this video. We'll let it settle down for just a little bit. This lighter, I got it the day I graduated Marine Corps boot camp. Been around the world with me for I don't know. I've been around the world a couple of times with me. Uh, like I say, really, but it's probably 35, maybe almost 40 years old. So we're old friends. I sent it back to Zippo, and they put the pipe insert for me and didn't charge me for anything but shipping both ways. Zippo's a great company. Okay, that was the charring light. Now let's do the real one. Just a little bit of crackle, not much. Oh wow, boy, that honey really comes through. And like it doesn't taste like burnt honey. It tastes like real honey, and then the little floral characteristics come through on the taste too. That's really not bad. That is not bad at all. Yeah, the flavor is pretty consistent. I just get a nice honey flavor and a nice floral uh, carries through on the taste too. I'm trying to think if I can pick up anything else here. It's just honey and floral, and it's sweet, but it's not like a confectionery sweet. It's just like honey would be sweet. Kind of like Tupelo honey. Tupelo honey is not quite as sweet as other kinds of honey. It's what it tastes like. It's Tupelo honey and maybe honeysuckles. Anyway, that's good stuff. It seems like it's burning really good, burns to a good ash. This is not my first bowl I've smoked on this, so I got to be honest. It does burn very well. It doesn't burn hot. Doesn't. There's no tongue bite whatsoever. Nothing. I would call it mild, but it's still strong enough where you know you're smoking something. The smoke has some body to it. It's not like 1Q, like flavored air. This is like a real smoke. But it's not going to knock you on your butt like Five Brothers or some of the Sam Galway ones. Although they have some I like. I love Bob's Chocolate Flake. And I love Interdale. It's good stuff. Brown Bogey, you need to be sitting down when you smoke it. If not, you will be soon. What's the other one I smoked from them? Black Cherry Twist. I lit that one up. I swear, all the house plants died, even the plastic ones. That's probably the strongest tobacco I've ever smoked. That put my lights out for about 30 minutes. I took a nap after I smoked that. I had to. The room was spinning. So this is really good. It's not a overly strong smoke. It's not really too mild either. It's just I'd say on the mild side of medium. It's got a nice creamy mouthfeel. Exquisite. It's not crackling. It doesn't seem to be goopy. There's nothing gurgling. And when I smoked the other bowl, it didn't gurgle. Burned all the way down to a nice fine white ash. I only had to relight it about twice, probably because of the way that I packed it or something. Almost all of the oil's on a pipe. When I get down to the bottom here, I'll have to dump some ash out and relight it to be able to get that last little bit. So it's probably me rather than the tobacco because it does it on almost all of them. This is definitely worth trying, especially if you like your tobaccos just a little on the sweet side. But I would call this an all-day smoke. No, I wouldn't have any problems with this. I'd load my General up, my Missouri. I only smoke corncob pipes pretty much. I got a few other ones. I got a Mr. Brogg and a Peterson and a Nording. in a calabash, but 99% of the time I'm going to be smoking a Missouri Meerschaum corn cob. Now I do have a couple of Missouri Meerschaum hardwood series, the Ozark series. I've got both of them, and I like those. They smoke really good. And then I've got one of their hardwood series. I guess it's made out of carved out of maple, and it smokes really good too. I like it better than Briars. I like Mr. Broad pipes, but they're really fragile. I broke two of them just by dropping them. And, I've never broke a Missouri Meerschaum pipe yet. In fact, just to show you what I'm talking about, these are great when you only need when you only got time for a 10 or 15-minute smoke, like after dinner or something, or out in the car while you wait on your wife or something. This is part of the Ozark series, but if you look at it right there, you see those marks on there? Okay. I had dropped it out in the yard while I was on the riding lawnmower mowing the yard out there, and I ran over it with the lawnmower. Guess what? I still smoke it. Smoke's fine. Now it's got some character and a history to it. You can't go wrong with a Missouri Meerschaum. If they make a bad pipe, I haven't seen it yet, and I've been smoking them for 35, 40 years. How many years have it been? Probably 36, 37 years. I started smoking pretty young. I don't advise that for anybody. It just so happens. Back then, they didn't make a big deal about it. Now, amazingly enough, my generations, most of us are still alive. So, anyway, we actually went outside. We played outside. We rolled in the mud. We swapped chewing gum. Sometimes we ate bugs and worms. We went out and yanked animals out of their holes and stuff. And we managed to survive. Don't figure, huh? I'm not going to get into politics or nothing. That's as much as I'd like to. I will just say that in the modern world today, I think we create for and ask for most of the problems that we have. We create them and ask for them all by ourselves. Anyway, that's my political comment for this whole thing. This is White Rose tobacco from the Country Squire. If you haven't tried it, you probably ought to give it a try. This is really great stuff, and the price is definitely right. I'm going to finish my pipe here and go get me a cup of Tetleys or something. In the meantime, I hope y'all are having a great summer. I hope you continue to have a great summer. And until next time, have a good one.